as it'll be 1st and 10 on the Beavers' 41-yard line. Sorry, that's about the 44-yard line. Herrera moves to the right. He throws it. It's complete to Banks. Banks making a move. That'll be a Beaver first down. Gain of about 16 yards there. Banks making another big play for the Beavers as we got a Cohawk down on the field.
Yeah, Herrera a little slow to get up on there. He took a hit at the end there, but Kendrick Banks makes another huge play.
Look at that ball there. Perfect ball placement there. Almost deflected, but just enough time to get to Kendrick Banks as he jukes out of that tackle there. Makes some Cohawks defenders hit each other.
And the real question, Isaac, is how many Cohawks does it take to take down Kendrick Banks? And it looked like it was 4 or 5 on that one.
It's going to take multiple to take out Kendrick Banks. He will not go down if there's just one guy on him. You got to bring the whole team to bring down Kendrick Banks, as we got a Cohawk down on the field. We'll try to get the name for you here soon, but we'll have an injury timeout. And the Beavers' passing offense definitely going well for them.
Yes, again, and that the key has been Kendrick Banks. He's been a good guy. And when he hasn't been there, Isaiah Morones, he's been another big guy catching passes. And Herrera seems to just be getting in a groove. He's getting the ball off just in time, getting it to his receivers, and letting them make plays.
And the player that was down there was defensive back Jack Shaw, able to walk off the field. That's a good sign for the Cohawks as the Beavers offense comes back on the field here.
And it looks like Alanis is going to come back in here, so that might be he's coming back in for Odom, and he might be another guy where the Beavers are trying to look to run as they get inside Cohawk territory. But honestly, the pass game's going so well, I think if you're Herrera, you just keep looking for Kendrick Banks.
Number 83 is going to be open out there somewhere if I'm Zach Herrera, as it'll be 1st and 10. We got about 6:49 left as Herrera steps back, evades the pressure. He throws it, and that is complete to number 15, Dylan Laughlin. That'll be a Beaver first down once again. The passing is just working for the Beavers here, Colin.
Yeah, Dylan Laughlin able to find some open space there in the middle of the field and get a good pass from Herrera. Nice catch, and able to go down and bring the Beavers. I think they're inside the red zone now, or just outside of the red zone here for the Beavers. Another good pass, and Herrera rolled out immediately. He knew he was looking for either Banks or Laughlin. Laughlin was the one that was able to get open, and they got a good gain there.
As the ball is placed on the Cohawks' 31-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Herrera bobbled the snap there. He completes it to Isaiah Morones as he refuses to go down. Big gain there for the Beavers of about 15 yards there. Set up very close to the Beavers' end zone. Very excellent play there by wide receiver Isaiah Morones.
And Morones is hyped. Look at this pass from Herrera. Perfect. And Morones able to hold on despite the coverage. 2 guys on him. He wasn't going down. Drags him down to the 7-yard line. The Beavers are in the red zone, and they should be scoring here. And that was a really good play from Morones. Really nice catch there. 2 guys on him. It didn't seem to matter.
As Coach Mo looks to be taking a timeout here. Looks like it'll be the Beavers' second timeout, as we got 5:49 left here in the second quarter. Colin, the Beavers are looking very strong here. Are we looking to see the first points on the board tonight?
I think we're going to see the first points on the board here. Hopefully the Beavers can get into the end zone here. This has definitely been the best drive. They've gotten a lot of big plays. Herrera's been able to find receivers. The Beavers have not ran the ball once this drive. It's just Herrera dotting up this Cohawk defense, finding holes, and the Beaver receivers, all of them, are making plays. We've seen Banks, Laughlin, and Morones all make catches on this drive, really taking them down the field. Remember, the Beavers started this drive on their 15-yard line, and now they're down inside the 10-yard line of the Cohawks.
Absolutely, and you mentioned they've passed every time this drive, and every time they've passed, they've gotten a significant gain from it, with the exception of a few incompletions. But the Beavers' offense, passing-wise, is looking very strong here. We're probably looking to see the first points of the game here, but I hope we didn't just jinx them there by saying that.
I hope we didn't either, but Herrera has been looking really good. This is the Herrera we saw at the end of last week's game right now. Looking, finding his receivers. He's getting in a groove here, and he's having just enough time to do it as well.
As it'll be 1st and goal for the first time in this game. Herrera hands the ball off. Oh, and Alanis hands it off to Kendrick Banks.
The Cohawks not falling for the reverse there. Guys staying home, and it looks like the Beavers actually lost a few yards there. But Banks was definitely looking to get some. They're trying to get it to their playmaker, Kendrick Banks.
I like the idea here. Herrera hands the ball off to Alanis. Alanis hands the ball off to Banks, hoping to get a big amount of yardage here. But it looked like the Cohawks were not fooled by that as they brought down Banks right away.
And Banks holding that ball a little bit loose. If you're Coach Mo, you don't really like that. That looks like a great way to fumble right there.
As Herrera. Oh, it is deflected by number 33, Stone Cummins.
And Herrera trying to be sneaky there, trying to get a little bit of almost a shuffle pass over there into Alanis, hiding him behind his big offensive lineman, trying to sneak something in there, but they couldn't quite find him there.
As it'll be 3rd and goal for the Beavers here. Definitely have to make something happen here if I'm the Beavers.
If you're the Beavers, you don't want a field goal, you want a touchdown right here.
We've got about 5 minutes left here, and yes, I agree, they definitely need a touchdown here as the second half is coming to a close. As Herrera looks for Alanis, and it looked like that was an incomplete pass. He felt the pressure right away. The Cohawks were able to get in Herrera's way. It looks like the field goal team is coming out here.
Yeah, not what you want to see from the Beavers. Herrera, I don't know, he felt a little rushed there. Not a good pass to Alanis. Alanis couldn't really do anything with it. He had the open space, but you got to make a good pass right at the chest if you're going to expect him to do anything with it.
And it looks like it'll be Ramon Garcia kicking the ball here, hoping to get the first points for the Beavers here as Garcia steps back. And it's a good hold, and it is good! The Beavers up 3-0. The kick is good by number 46, Ramon Garcia.
And that's what you need right here. Right here, you needed points. Obviously, you want to go for the touchdown, but what is more important is getting those points on the board. So now the Beavers are going to have the lead with just under 5 minutes here to go in the second quarter.
As the Beavers are up 3-0, they get the first points on the board. We had hoped for a touchdown there, but 3 points, we'll take it. Why not?
I mean, yeah, at this point, you know it's going to be a low-scoring game. This is a defensive battle. Both teams playing really good defense so far, so you got to take points where you can get it.
We've got about 5 minutes left here in the second half as Beiswinger will kick it off, and it looks like receiving for the Cohawks is number 3. It'll be number 3, Samurai Bruce.
Samurai. His name is Samurai?
Samurai with
Samurai.
a Z. With a Z.
Well, that was almost cool, and then his parents decided to mess it up with one letter, I guess.
Samurai would be a cool name, but Samurai's okay, I guess.
It's okay. Still an interesting name. Well, let's see what he can do with the ball here as Beiswinger is going to kick it off. Let's also remember that the Cohawks did defer, so they are going to get the start. They are going to get the ball to start the second half. So hopefully the Beavers can force a quick stop here and maybe get some more points on the board before this half is over.
As Beiswinger asks his team, "Are you guys ready?" And he kicks it off. And it looks like they're going to let that ball. Oh, no, they're taking it.
He's taking
That's
it out
number
from
10.
the end zone.
He's taking it out of the end zone. That's number 10, LaDainian Linear.
And there's a flag on the field that looked like there was holding on the Cohawks. There's Beiswinger, the kicker, making the impressive tackle there, but it looks like there was a hold there. Beiswinger with a really good tackle there, but again, I think there was a hold. The flag came out. It looked like there was a holding call there.
I'm not going to lie to you, Colin. I thought they were going to take a knee in the end zone there, but
he took it out.
He took it out. Linear was not afraid to take that ball out as we await the call on the field on that penalty there. It looked like there was a hold on the receiving team, as you said, and the refs discussing it.
Yeah, but it is never really a good thing when you're the kickoff team and your kicker's the one coming down making the tackle. So we're going to use the holding excuse as the reason that none of them made the tackle. But, yeah, you don't want your kicker out here making the tackles.
That was a heck of a tackle by Beiswinger there.
Beiswinger not foreign to tackles. He does play DB as well, so it's not like he's just the kicker, but still not necessarily the guy you want making the tackle.
Team holding, return team number 33. That penalty is declined. Holding, return team number 8. That penalty is accepted. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Coe.
So we got 2 holding calls on the return team there. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
The Cohawks are going to be pinned deep inside their own territory.
As that definitely hurts. You definitely can't have those calls like that if you're the Cohawks. You start almost in your end zone. You start as
The Beavers look like they're going to try and bring pressure here, and they're going to force some things. They've got a few new DBs on the field. We've got about 4:40 left to go in this half, and the Cohawks are going to have to go pretty far.
it looks like the Cohawks have changed. They're putting out quarterback Matt Walton here to finish off the second half, as that ball was carried by what looks like to be number 2. That's Barnes once again. Number 9, Matt Walton, getting some playing time here to finish off the
Interesting
second
choice
half.
because it seemed like Matt Casey had kind of gotten to a rhythm. He didn't really make too many mistakes, but they're going to go with Walton.
As Walton passes it to Sarek.
And Sarah's going to make it up to about the 25-yard line. Big gain for them. And now here come the Beavers changing out. It looks like a few DBs here.
As that'll be a Cohawks first down. We've got about 4 minutes left in the second half. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Cohawks. What looks to be their 25-yard line as Walton throws it, and it's a diving catch by Sarek for a gain of about 7 there.
And
Excellent catch by Sarek there.
Sarek really seems to be the only Cohawk receiver doing much. I mean, Dominic Shepardson has kind of been shut down, but Sarek has just been finding ways to get open, and a diving catch right there. Nice play from him.
As Walton takes the snap, looks for, that looked like Barnes there he was looking for, but that's incomplete. You mentioned Sarek getting a lot of the passes here. Shepardson is their leading receiver coming into this game, but coming out of this game, it looks like it might be Sarek being their lead receiver.
Yeah, Mel Sarek has just, he's been finding ways to get open in this Beaver defense, and they haven't been able to do much to stop him, and they just seem to, they need to get him the ball more.
As Walton throws it to, that looks like it is Sarek once again. That looks like it'll be enough for a Cohawks first down, as we got about 3:23 left in the first half. That will be enough for a Cohawks first down.
Yeah, 3rd and short for the Cohawks, and they decide to go to their playmaker so far, which is Sarek. Sometimes you just got to feed the hot hand, and that's really what they've been doing here so far.
Absolutely, as I'm kind of shocked that they took out Casey. Casey looked to be having a pretty decent game here, but looks like they're going to give Walton some time here to try and get some
so
points
far,
on for the Cohawks.
Walton's done a good job so far on this drive. He's found Sarek a few different times. He's completed some passes. So we'll see how he does here.
As Walton hands it off to Barnes. He's tackled immediately by Alonzo Davis and Dylan Behrens. Couple of D linemen there making the play for the Beavers.
And the Beavers, again, starting to slow down the run, trying to make the Cohawks force the pass here. Again, Walton is another guy that he threw a few interceptions in that Hope game. He did get to play, and he threw a few interceptions.
That'll be a 2nd and 8 there for the Cohawks as Walton drops back. And that is broken up by, that looks like number 20. Number 20, Cordell Johnson making the play for the Beavers there.
Yeah, and that's another freshman. Again, the Beavers have got a lot of young guys out here to make plays. Walton throws the pass, and
it looks like that pass was intended for Sarek once again, but Cordell Johnson able to make the play for the Beavers
just
there.
Really good coverage right there all over Sarek, who has honestly been tearing up the defense otherwise. So really good defense there from Johnson.
As it'll be 3rd and 8. The Cohawks definitely need to get something going here. As Walton drops back, he's looking, and that is incomplete. And there's a flag on the play. I think agree with this
Pineda's
flag,
going
to
to
be
get
honest
a
with
pass
you.
interference call. He didn't get his head around. That's the one thing when you're playing DB, you got to get your head around. He was facing, he had no clue where he was, and he was in the way of the receiver. You got to get your head around if you're going to play DB. You can't claim that you're going for the ball if you can't see it.
Absolutely. It looks like that'll be on Nico Flores, number 8.